So the Australian Prime Minister has just accused Iran of being behind two high-profile arson attacks targeting Australia's Jewish community, the Adass Israel synagogue in Melbourne and the Jewish-owned Lewis Continental kitchen in Bondi. Albanese also expelled the Iranian ambassador, which Australia hasn't done for any country since the end of World War II. Basically, the Australian government say they have credible intelligence that the arson attacks were engineered by commanders in Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard, who used a series of overseas proxies to eventually recruit and pay people in Australia to carry the attacks out.
I can also announce the government will legislate to list Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps as a terrorist organisation.
Now, Iran have rejected these accusations and have vowed reciprocal diplomatic action against Australia. The country's foreign minister also called Albanese a weak politician and said that Australia's actions were simply an attempt to appease Israel. See, the Aussie Prime Minister has been embroiled in a rather high-profile spat with his Israeli counterpart this month, with Netanyahu claiming Albanese had betrayed Israel and abandoned Australian Jews after he publicly criticised Israel's illegal use of starvation in Gaza and announced Australia's plans to formally recognise Palestinian statehood. And look, some Israeli government spokespeople have been quick to credit Netanyahu with spurring Australia into action, although the Albanese government say that this suggestion is complete nonsense. This large-scale investigation into the 2024 attacks began several months ago, and the Australian Federal Police even mentioned the possibility of foreign interference as early as January, although they didn't name any countries at the time.
These were extraordinary and dangerous acts of aggression orchestrated by a foreign nation on Australian soil. They were attempts to undermine social cohesion and sow discord in our community.
The head of Australia's domestic spy agency, Asio, say they believe other anti-Semitic crimes may have been bankrolled by Tehran as well.
Asio is still investigating possible Iranian involvement in a number of other attacks, but I want to stress we do not believe the regime is responsible for every act of anti-Semitism in Australia.